Thank you to the Parkinson's Foundation for inviting us to participate in the PD Health at Home Fitness Friday video series. Hi, Jennifer here from Power. This class is going to focus all on posture. When we think about posture, we're thinking about the muscles that we can't see behind us. So everything from the back of the neck all the way down to the backs of our legs. We're going to be working on all those today for best standing posture, walking, sitting, even the things that we need to do on the ground require the best posture. We'll be using the power moves, in particular, powering up. So get ready to work today on your posture. All right, everyone, we're going to get started with our posture class. For the beginning and the ending of our posture class today, you're going to need a wall. This wall is going to allow you to have feedback about what you're feeling with your best posture. And it also allows you the chance to be able to kind of relax into that wall and feel all the sensations of what that best posture might feel like for you. So we're going to start here. And as you lean up against the wall, your heels don't want to be up against the wall. You want to leave a little space between your heels and the wall. Let your hips lean up against the wall. Let your back come to the wall. And let your head come back as far back as it can go comfortably. Your chin should stay tucked. So I don't want you to tip your head back and your chin lift up to get to the wall. So if your head doesn't touch, that's okay. It's just the attempt to get back there. It's just the attempt. We're always going to start here in this position. And my suggestion throughout your day is to do this. We're going to call this a postural correction. And as you stand back there in whatever you feel is your normal posture, getting to your normal posture, we're just going to take 2 breaths. And it's your time to just reflect and think about what you feel as you're leaning up against this wall. Now we're going to have you close your eyes, because by closing our eyes, we can take in actually more information about what the wall, all that sensation that the wall is giving us to all of those muscles in the back of our body that we sometimes are not always using. Those are all of those extensors that we want to be able to use. Take a couple of breaths here with our eyes closed. Opening up your eyes. And now from this position, you're going to move away from the wall. Just a couple of inches away from the wall. But I want you to imagine what that posture felt like back there. With your chin tucked, leaning up against that wall, feeling it behind you, and give yourself 2 more breaths. We'll be ending this same way against the wall. All right, let's get started with our workout. All right, now that we've done our postural corrections on against the wall, now we're going to just let ourselves warm up with some mobility. We're going to start with what I call a wall slide. And again, you can use your wall. If you have your wall behind you, use that. If not, take a step away from your wall. You can also do this in the sitting position. We're going to do what I call ATWYs, all right? So you're going to imagine that your arms are in the shape of an A. So hands are pointing down, hands are open. We're going to take it up to a T position. Listen to your shoulders as you do this movement. If you need to move your hands slightly forward, go ahead and do that. So there's our T. We're going to make a W with our arms. So the elbows come down, and I can begin to feel my shoulder blades coming together and dropping down into my back pockets to make that W. And from here, I'm going to push my arms up to the letter Y. So elbows are extended, fingers are open. Let's reverse that. So from the Y, I'm going to come back down to the W, pulling my shoulder blades together, right? You're gonna feel that, oh, I can feel all that energy between my shoulder blades, pushing out to a T, extending those elbows, and coming down to the letter A. This really looks like a beautiful power up position, right? Let's do that again. So take it up to the T. Lots of energy through these arms. We're not just relaxing. We're really pulling and working on those muscles that you felt against the wall. Let's push up to that Y. Great. Extending those elbows. Let's come down to the W. Holding that, squeezing those shoulder blades out to the letter T position. And again, if you feel like your shoulders will allow you, you can open up that chest there. And then drop it down to the letter A. Let's do that 2 more times, a little bit quicker. T, W, push up to the Y, down to the W, out to a T, and down to the A. Last time, out to the T, W, pulling those elbows down and back, pushing up, extending those elbows, opening up those hands to the Y. Got our W again, out to the T, and down to the Y. All right, shake out those arms. There was a lot of energy through those arms, opening things up. We're gonna work on a little bit of our neck because our neck is absolutely essential for great posture. So we wanna make sure that we have a little bit more flexibility through our neck. We're gonna work on the right side of the neck and then immediately actually go down to the trunk. So just come along with me as we do this, all right? I'm gonna take my hand over, so kind of up and around the head if you can. If this doesn't work for your shoulder, it's okay. You're just gonna tip your head to the side. And it's not a big movement. It's a pretty small movement from here. So I'm just tipping. You should feel a lovely stretch through the right side of your neck. And then from here, I'm gonna lift my head back up. Hand comes up, and I'm gonna reach over to that right side. So now I'm gonna be working on that opposite side of my trunk because that also gets really tight. Let's do that again. Right side of the neck. Small move. This is not a big move. Try not to let yourself look down. Keep that head up. And then now reach with that hand over your head to open up that opposite side of your trunk. Nice. Bring that hand down. I'm going to switch sides. So hand comes on my hip. I'm going to take my right hand, come over my head, and just a nice, gentle, very gentle stretch here at my neck. Let that head go. Come right back to the center. Reach my arm up and over to that opposite side. Again, opening up the right side of my trunk, right between my hip and my ribs. All right, let's do the neck one more time on this side. And then reach up with that right arm overhead. Just adding a little bit of flexibility to the neck and to the area right where my hips and my ribs meet. All right? From here, we're going to do what I call shoulder squares, all right? So backward shoulder squares. And I'm going to turn to the side just a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. I want you to imagine that you're going to make a square. So drawing a square with your shoulders. I think sometimes we like to do circles a lot of the times, but sometimes we miss part of the circle. So I want to really think about a square because it has definite corners that we're trying to get to. So we're going to bring those shoulders back. So that's the bottom of our square. Then we're going to take it up, going up to the top part of the square, bring those shoulders forward, making the top part of the square, drop them down. That's your square. Let's make that square again. So back, up, forward, and down. Let's do it again. Back, up, forward, and down. Let's reverse. Come up, back, down, and forward. Make that square. Coming up, back, down, and forward. Last one, take it up, back, down, and find your middle. All right, those are your shoulder squares. The last one that we're going to do just to get ourselves warmed up is what I call a back scratch. So you're going to take one hand, take your right hand or the left, it doesn't matter. You're going to bring it behind your head. And the opposite one, you're going to bring up and under. So I'm going to turn around so that you can see what's going on here. So we're going to see how far you can take that hand, the right one and then the left one up and under. And just take it as far as you can. And see if you can tuck your chin here. I'm just going to hold it for a couple of breaths. And then let those hands go and switch. See what it feels like when you bring your left hand over and the right one up and under. Does it feel different to you? Does one side a little tighter than the other? This is a pretty functional move. Trying to get up behind the head, tucking in our shirts, right? Reaching back to wash the back of our hair, right? So pretty functional movements. Keeping that chin tucked, trying not to let it come back. One more time, left hand over the right. You'll be surprised that when you do this movement at the end of the class and see how much better it feels, all right? That back scratch is a good way and a good indicator to see what that whole upper quarter, so the entire portion of not just the shoulder blades, but how they're all moving together as we continue to work on your posture. All right. The next part of our workout is where we really start our mobility, and we're going to use the wall again to help us with that posture mobility. Okay, now that we have our wall, I want you to lean up against the wall. We're going to be working on a power up, and we're going to do it using the wall to help us. It is kind of an assistance, but in many ways it's really great because it's our ultimate feedback on our posture. It kind of tells us where we are in space, and it's going to help us as we make this movement. So with your hips up against the wall, trying to get your shoulders up against the wall. Your head doesn't have to get there. If it doesn't reach, it's okay. So the point is to get as much of your body, the hips and the back, up against. Hands are going to be out in front, and we're going to power up the arms to open up. So I'm going to split my hands apart and open up to get my hands to touch the wall behind me. All right, that is my power up. So bringing the hands back together, we're going to do 8 of those. So that was 1. Let's peel those hands apart and opening up kind of to that A position. That's 2. Coming back right in front of me, peeling those hands apart and touching the wall with the backs of my hands. That's 3. Coming together. We're not going really fast here. We're really focusing in on feeling that wall behind me and getting whatever your best posture is. Opening up, that's 4. Coming together, we've got 4 more to do. 5. Bring it together, peel those fingers back, touch the wall, that's 6. Come back together, peeling those fingers away. 7. Bring the hands together in front. Last one, peeling those hands away. 8. All right, we're going to stay up against this wall, and we're going to make that power up a little bit more powerful. Not just by leaning up against the wall, but we're going to use our elbows to push in and dig in to the wall to see if I can use my elbows to push my body very slightly away from the wall. My hips just came away, my back came away, and now I'm going to relax back into the wall. So I'm going to use all of my postural muscles behind me, using those elbows to dig in and get that big powered up posture, pushing my chest forward, looking up ahead. That was 2. Let's keep that going until we get to 8. Pushing those elbows into the wall. That's 3. And coming back and relaxing. You can even inhale here Big chest lift there, and exhale. Keep that going. Here we go. Big power up posture there, and come on back. Here we go for 6. Powering up that chest. Eyes are up ahead of you. And coming back. 2 more. Dig those elbows in. If you need to squeeze your that fist, you can do that. Here we go. Pushing for 7. Coming back against the wall. Digging in and pushing for 8. And relaxing. Great job. Once you're done with this one, we're going to then turn around and face the wall. So decide on your position for turning. I'm going to face the wall and bring my forearms to the wall. You can see that my elbows are about at the level of my shoulders. If they need to be a little lower, that's okay. Hands are flat against that wall. I'm going to twist or rotate my elbows out to the side and bring my head to the wall. This kind of looks like if you remember hide and seek, right? The person that was doing the counting has to come to the wall and lean up against the wall. So that's kind of your position that you're going to take. Keep your feet wide. You can always feel what it feels like. Do you need to be a little closer to the wall? Do you need to be a little further? You decide what feels good. So come and bring your forehead to your hands. And from here, I'm going to push away from the wall and rotate back to that powered up position. My chest is lifted. I'm looking up ahead of me. Chin is tucked. All right, let's come back down. Let the elbows come out to the side, resting my hands on my forehead. Push away with my hands and power up. That's 2. Let the elbows come out to the side. Let my head relax. Here we go. Pushing up, power up. That's 3. Coming back down towards the wall. Push away, power up. That's 4. Let the elbows come out to the side. Come down, push away, power up. 5. Almost done here. Coming down, push away. 6. Let those elbows come out to the side. Push away from the wall. 7. We've got 1 more to do. Come on down. Push away with that powered up posture. And that's 8. Bring your hands down. Step away from the wall. And now we're going to come down to the floor. So we've got some floor work to do. Make sure that you keep your wall handy somewhere that we're going to be finishing up with our wall work. Let's come down to the ground. All right, everyone, now that you have your mat, you're going to need your firm pillow. Our floor work for today is going to consist of working on our bellies. And I really like using a pillow. One, it just helps with the comfort of being on our bellies, but it also allows us the chance to go a little bit bigger, especially when we're working on our posture. So use a chair if you need to come down to the ground. I'm going to place this pillow in about the middle of my mat. Use a chair to help you get down. Otherwise, you're going to come down. Let your knees come right in front of the pillow. Hands will come down in front of the pillow, and then I'm going to walk my hands out into this posture that we were actually on using the wall. This is a powered up posture on our belly. I'm going to let you bring those elbows out to the side so that we're relaxing. Again, thinking about what this posture means when you're doing anything on your belly. Thinking about relaxing on a beach or getting a massage. This is the posture that you're going to be in. So letting those elbows relax out to the side or putting them wherever it feels good. Let your feet be wide. Let your feet be wide here, all right? We're going to work on lifting the head up. Lifting the head up, keeping my chin tucked, and then I'm going to turn my head towards one elbow and let my head rest. So this is going to be a big neck mobility movement along with strengthening the back portion of my neck. And then turning to the opposite side. So it's going to be a lift and turn the head. There's 3. Let's lift and turn the head. That's 4. Lift, turn the head. That's 5. Lift, turn the head. That's 6. 2 more. Lift, turning the head. That's 7. Last one. Lift and turn the head. That's 8. If that feels like you are really working on the strengthening of the neck, stay with that exercise. If you feel like you want a challenge, come along with me in this next challenge. The next challenge is going to have our hands in what we did with our W position. We're going to be not only keeping my head up, chin lifted the whole time, but then lifting my arms up into that W position and then coming down. If this is too challenging for you, you can always keep one hand down, lift one arm at a time, or just keep the head lifted, all right? If you want to come along for the challenge, let's do some W's. We're going to W up. That's 1. Come on down. Relaxing here, keeping that chin tucked, lifting up. That's 2. I am pulling my shoulder blades down and back as I pull those elbows down. That's 3. This is a big move, guys. Pulling those elbows in, that's 4. Come down. Halfway there, 5. Come on down. Powering up that chest, pulling those shoulder blades, that's 6. 2 more here, guys. These are tough. There's 7. Come on down. Last one. You've got this. 8. And come on down. This is a great time to let both of your arms relax. Let your head relax for a moment. From this position, we're going to move into the all fours position, which is great because this is kind of the opposition of being on our bellies. So I'm going to push back. I'm going to move my pillow out to the side, and that's what you're going to do too. I'm going to get it out so that you're not having to see that. You're just going to push your pillow to the side. Bringing your hands underneath the shoulders, letting the knees have a little bit of light in between them. So let them be separated, all right? Let them be separated. We're going to do just rocking forward and backward. So as I rock back, pushing my hips back towards my heels, and then rocking forward until I feel a little bit of weight in through my hands and a little bit into my fingers. Keeping my chin tucked, rocking back and rocking forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Rock back and forward. Last one, rocking back and forward. From this position, find that middle again, finding your middle. We're going to do leg extensions. So we really want to make sure that we're working on extending our legs as far back and almost as though we're kicking it out behind us. So taking one foot, and you're going to shift all your weight into one leg and kick it back. The goal is to straighten out the leg as much as you can and then bring it right back. Let's try the other leg, kicking it back and bringing it right underneath you. If you're not sure if you're kicking it out straight enough, I will tell people to use a chair behind you. And the chair behind you acts like feedback, all right? It acts like feedback. So the chair behind me, I'm probably, maybe about 5 or 6 inches from the back of the chair. And I can take my right foot and even my eyes and see if I can land on top of that seat. And now I know my leg is straight, right? I know my leg is straight when my whole foot can go on top of that chair. So that's 4. Let's try for 8 total. If you're using your chair, please continue. If your leg is going straight, keep that going. All right, that's 6. Let's do 2 more. Here's 7. And 1 more. Here's 8. If that feels challenging for you, continue with the leg extensions. For those of you that want a challenge, we're going to do a bird dog. That just means we're going to work on opposite leg and arm reach. So as I reach 1 foot out, and I'm going to continue to use my chair because it's great feedback for me, I'm going to lift my opposite arm up. Amazing for posture, all right? And for those of you guys that are using your chair, you're going to find that just by having my toe on that chair, I can actually hold this position longer. It makes it a little bit easier, but I'll tell you what, this is really working all of those muscles that I can't see that are working the back to help me with my best posture. All right, that was 3. Here we go for 4. Here's 5. 6. 2 more. 7. Last one. Here we go. 8. And come on down. We're going to do one more exercise on our hands and knees, and that consists of a twist. For this twist, our target is the center of our spine, so right between the shoulder blades. So with this move, I'm going to rock my hips back just a little bit. In fact, I'm going to come towards you so that you can see me just a little bit more, all right? From this position, I'm going to take my right hand and bring it behind my head, or by my ear here. And with my hips rocked back, I'm going to bring my elbow to my opposite elbow and then open up. Seeing how far I can get that opening. Doing that again, coming in and up and out. All right? 2 more, coming in and twisting up and out. My eyes are going to go up too to help me with that twist. Coming in and up and out. Let's do the other side. Hand behind the head, taking that elbow, bringing it to the opposite one, and up and out. Taking my eyes up there, and I can sit my hips back to get a little bit more of that twist. All right, in and up and out. Let's do 2 more. In, up and out. Last one. In, up and out. Great job. Bring both hands down. From this position, from the floor, we're going to be finishing up back in the standing position and back to our wall. All right, everyone, we're going to be finishing up this posture class. For our finale, we're going to be using the wall to help us again, to assist us, and also to give us more feedback about our best posture, especially up and standing today. So coming to the wall, you're going to face the wall, come up so that your hands are flat on the wall, elbows are about as high as your shoulders. From here, I'm going to have you flip your hands so that they're facing each other. My thumbs are kind of pointing towards me. And I'm going to use the sides of my hands where the pinkies are to slide up the wall as high as I can go. And I can feel my chest coming towards the wall as I slide my hands up. And then I'm going to slide them back down. All right? So we're going to do that 3 more times. Sliding up. Just going as high as you can go that your body is going to let you. Come on down. Again, sliding up. Keeping that chin tucked if you can. Coming down. 1 more. Sliding up the wall. And coming back down. If that feels challenging for you, continue with the wall slide. For those of you guys that want to come and just do one small challenge, we're going to slide up. When I get to the furthest port of my slide, I'm going to lift my arms up and away from the wall. Come back to the wall and slide back down. All right? Let's try it if you want to. If you want to do the lift off, you can do the lift off. Otherwise, just slide on up. I'm going to lift away, come back to the wall, and come on down. Let's do 2 more. Slide on up, lift away, come back to the wall, and slide back down. Last one, guys. Slide on up. If you want to just keep the slide, just keep your slide on up there. I'm going to lift away, come back to the wall, and slide back down. Great job with that. Whew, that was great. Really opening up those shoulders, really thinking about lifting that chest and getting that spine into that optimal standing posture. From here, we're going to finish out just the way that we started. So turn around and put your back against the wall. Heels are not against the wall. Those are a little bit forward so that I can just lean and relax, right? Does it feel different now? Do you feel a little bit more of your upper back? Do you feel like you can really maybe get your chin to pull that head back towards the wall now? Can you feel your fingers touching a little bit more easily? You'll be surprised that it will. You will feel different when you do this. So take a couple of breaths here. Feeling a little bit different with your posture, a little more open, maybe a little bit more awareness in all those muscles that we don't get to see all the time. Close your eyes. One more. Now we're going to move away from the wall, taking a step away from the wall, holding that best posture. So imagining what that wall feels like behind you, feeling my fingers touching the wall, my hips touching the wall, my back touching the wall, my neck, the back of my head attempting to touch the wall. This is the one time a double chin is actually really good, everyone. Holding that posture, take a couple of breaths. Close your eyes for 2. And relaxing into that best posture. Thanks for joining me for this posture class. I'll see you again soon.